All right, here with Evelyn Stevens, super cyclist, talking about a quick, easy way to prep the hips. This is something we've been using with more and more teens, more and more athletes who are hip dominant, right? And one of the things is how can we reclaim position after brutal rides, after brutal squat sessions, all the things that we know that sort of shut our hips down. And this is a quick, easy way. It's non-fatiguing, and also what we find is that it just helps the athlete understand how much room is available in space, right? Because what ends up happening is your brain starts to think that the available range is very small, and this is about reclaiming that. So it's easy. She's about in her cycling position. So she knows what that is, and the cues are simple. Is that the band, the slingshot band, the hip circle, keeps her for having to sort of create a slight external rotation force in the hip. And if she let the band win for a second, go ahead and let it collapse, and she collapses and defaults to a bad position, which any athlete can identify as, oh, that's not very stable. So go ahead and put yourself into a good position. She gets the tactile cue here. With the band around her neck in this position, she just does a simple deadlift like good morning, but with the band forcing the knee to continue the external rotation of the hip. And if she loses that during the up, what we tend to see is, especially in this hip end range, this is where we see a lot of people go into sort of neutral in their brain, and that's where we start to see a lot of hamstring pathologies, a lot of impingement. One of the issues is that for cyclists, that's a pretty critical position for going fast. Like, it's the money position. In swimming, it's overhead in this position. So the more kind of cues that we can have the athlete adopt to just reclaim and rememorize that position during load, during athletic experience, especially quick warm-up, it's easy. She can identify the good position, yes or no. How many do you need? You need enough to feel like your hips are working, you feel a little burn, you feel like you've got the good control again, and then that's enough. So simple, this band, and we did this, the first time I ever really did this was when we were deadlifting with Mark Bell up at his place. And we find is that I had a massive PR that day, and it's weird that my hips were working so well, it just threw up the weight, right? I don't know. So anyway, some basic ideas about how to get prepped in a minimal amount of time without having to roll around on a foam roller, because that doesn't work.